definitely okay. Let's answer some Facebook questions. So we have asked and you have listened and answered the question. So let's start with here. So Adam Sargent also, that's a two-legged question. Oh, geez. So is it wrong to encourage people on social media to sell Cleary and Paps knowing it'll come back to haunt them if they do?
It depends what sort of type of person you want to be. If you want to try and give people that are new and learning the experience the bump steer to try and better your position or whatever, then that's a bit of, I don't like those sorts of tactics. I think it's the great thing about SuperCoach is the sort of community, and it's not always great to have the same side, but to help each other and support each other in making, good decisions. It's obviously more fun when you're doing well or you make a good decision, you feel good about that. But, I'm not for that.
If you have no other must-haves, I'd be all for going perhaps to someone like Latrell or something.
Are you talking about trying? The question seemed like is it a good idea to intentionally misguide somebody to?
No, I'm not misguiding. Actually, Melbourne's draw is pretty good.
No, am I misinterpreting the question, or we seem to be answering it differently? Are we on the same page?
Confusing question. Andrew Peak, okay. Uchikamano to Alvaro or Saab to James?
Uchikamano to who?
To Alvaro.
Or
Saab to James.
I prefer if you could do James. Yeah, I don't think it took him on. He's going to be a slow burn. You always knew that. Saab, look, I'm not against selling Saab. If you need to get the Saab, yeah, I could do Saab to James. I can see that if you got no other
We'll be trading him out in it at some point pretty soon, I reckon. It'll be one of our options too when we want to move someone on.
Once he scores a few tries and stuff like that, if he does, he'll be
the guy that lingers in your side that you don't know how to get rid of. So either one of those two.
Yeah.
Ben Whitaker, the host, or one of the hosts of The Naked Punt. G'day. G'day, lads. Currently ranked 1339 and need an opinion. Moylan to Brayley, then Matter to Fafita, Luai, or Paulo. Team pick coming. Yes, I got drunk and traded Simonson for Mead. Yuck. Cheers, guys. So I'd be doing Moylan to Brayley if you're ranked there, for sure. But would you go Fafita, Luai, or Paulo?
Oh, it's weird because...
You'd probably go Paulo because he's at 12% and Fafita's at 20%.
Yeah, you don't always...
I'm off Fafita. Just like I did start with him pre-season. He scored 2 tries. He's similar to a kicker. You need him scoring.
He went off for a HIA, to be fair.
Yeah. But I still think that without those, you know what I mean? His work rate's not as... He's a go-to guy for special plays. He's not a work rate guy. And I think
he's playing the Cowboys this week.
Yeah, I think he'd be in for a good score. Yeah, but I think in the long run, Paulo would be a better pick.
I think
because I picked up Paulo.
Yeah, see, I'll probably go for Fafita for the short term, as long as you're aiming to get Paulo eventually, because Paulo scored 2 weeks in a row, whereas,
Yeah, he's in the same boat too. I own Paulo, so I could say the same, but...
Jared Watson, would you trade Matto to Barnett, Paulo, or Tuo? I got Tino, TKO as my front row, Crichton, Satilli in my back row, for Jules to bring in Capewell down to second row and bring in Tuo.
Barnett. Bring in that goal kicker base second row, man.
I'm not good at complex questions. I have really hard attention to sort of comprehend it. I need to read it. And
it looked quite simple, but it wasn't.
No insult to the question. It's just I can't process it. I just don't have the skills.
So Carla Jane Chudley need to help with trains. I'm definitely thinking Jay Brayley for Lamb. Yep. And either Mitch Barnett, Ryan James, or someone else for Matto. So Barnett and Brayley. Yeah?
Yeah, I think in a week like this one, you're going to want to grab points as well as cash. So, yeah, you'd go Barnett over James.
If I didn't bring in James last week, I would be going...
If you got Paps
leaving
Cleary,
James aside and going the other two,
Yeah, if you got Paps Cleary, 100%. I think James is a luxury trade if you didn't... Yeah, I think picking him up a week early was the way to go.
All right,
or if you already had him.
Here is a pretty good question that we haven't touched on too much. Josh Williams, what's the best tactic to go about trading aside from problems that come up? When should we be looking at saving trades and have an eye on buys rather than just chasing cash? Just after this week? So obviously this week, I feel like you need to trade.
Yeah, it's all about cash generation and points early. I think if there's cash available and good options available, and but
also think later in the year, trades is vital as well. So I think his question is also, when do we look at saving the trades? Like,
when there isn't options, because just because we might have all these options now, those options, they usually always come, but what if they don't? I think you've got to make the trades while you are. If you're in a good position, your question is answered differently, because if you're in a different position and you're looking good, like I was sitting good last year, I was holding a bit early, but while there's all these options and there's a lot coming up, I see myself not saving the trade till about round 5-ish or so. But as soon as I come into it, I don't have money and I'm happy with my side at scoring points, then you save your trades. But I think right now, if you're behind or you're at the top, you want to either hold your spot at the top or get your way to the top. So I think the only way to do that sometimes is to make some trades and get rid of a few of the bugs in your team, because I'm sure there's
I'm a little similar. Like with, I think early you kind of don't want to miss some of the boats, and I think if you can jump on those boats that feel right early, it's good. Later in the season, I feel like there's always that time that comes where your team's performing generally well and you don't really look at your team like there's too many major holes. You might go, I might like him instead of him, but there comes a point where it's like, well, I can get him next week or in 2 weeks because there's not going to be no real price change, or I'm not going to lose any money by keeping this guy, and they're only scoring a bit. But I think that you get that gut feeling at certain points mid in the season, before Origin and after Origin. You just get that feeling because you're performing well.
Tristan Clementson, is New a better last reserve over James and Lenu for this week? I think New is... I'm devastated I can't get him in this week. Tessie New and Ryan James or Spencer Lenu. I'd definitely be choosing New over them. Aaron Cross, thoughts on Maddo and Joe O to Hunt and Barnett?
To Hunt. I don't mind it. Obviously, he's using a few drills there to grab in Hunt. I don't mind it.
Hunt's playing Manly this week, so I'd definitely use it for the cash grab over the next couple of weeks.
And if that means obviously you don't have to play Cleary, like it gives you a backup, I'm assuming, if you need that.
It might be the right thing for his side. He might be ticking a lot of other boxes, and if you feel good about the other things and that's where you feel like you want to switch it up, sounds good to me.
Yeah, I like those trades.
Why 2 guns out in 1 week? It's annoying.
Luckily, they're owned by a high percentage. It'd be worse if they were owned by 10%. Then you'd be real behind at least.
I think I'm really happy that Cleary is out because it kind of helps us because we got backup halfbacks that we're going to play anyway.
Yeah, but then the Pappenhausen hurts because now is my 75. I'm like, do I want to play a 5th centre wing or do I want to have Little? Now I've got to play someone like Little, who I think he went off for a HRO last week, but he's take away this try and line break, and he's on some mud scores. So,
Well, I think what this week will present is you'll have some of those sort of not so typical teams, I guess is the right word, sort of maybe emerge a bit this week that have got a lot of pods that they may have picked certain players because they like that player, or they've... they go for that team or something like that, and they might start doing quite well just this week.
A lot of cash comps start this week too, and head-to-head start, so you see people playing a bit of different tactics.
Yeah.
All right, Sav's next question.
The next question is Johnny Ranara. Is Fogarty to Hunt sideways?
Yeah, yes, I think so. I think with the looming ability, I like the Titans matchup this week, and the looming ability of Sean O'Sullivan as a buy. I think you'd want to save that trade to go down to Sullivan, and although you might miss out on some money potential with Hunt, go on down to O'Sullivan in 3 weeks if he's a good buy, is a cash grab of 200k whereabouts. So I think, it's not the time to. I wouldn't be doing that trade.
Yeah, me neither. I think that Fogarty will come good, and when he starts doing well, Ben Hunt, well then the pendulum will switch. You know what I mean?
50 is not horrible.
Jeremy Miller, TPJ or Fafita?
TPJ.
I prefer Fafita for an extra 50k less, but TPJ dual. He's looking good. He's such a yo-yo sometimes.
Yeah. Brett O'Connor, do I take the AE for Sam Walker? And which is better, Latrell or Roger, as an option for Pappy?
No, don't trade.
Don't trade Pappenhausen. Isn't the mail that Latrell Mitchell's not going to play?
No. So
is that fake news?
No, he didn't finish training, but that's because he was rested. Like, pretty much they're managing his workload because it's just the type of player he is. I would go Latrell because I think his draw is quite good after this week.
I wouldn't trade Pappy because what are you going to do? You're going to want to have to unless you're going to think that Latrell's going to match Pappy for the rest of the year, you're going to have to trade it back.
Yeah, I don't like it at all. I wouldn't be selling him, but I guess Latrell's the next best option, but still, I don't like that first trade. I mean, that second trade, sorry. Next question.
Oh, just so that guy knows, I'm in the same spot. I have Pappenhausen, I have Walker as well, and Cody Walker. So, you play Teddy, you have to pick that.
What happened there?
I don't know. I think we're pranking someone. Are you ringing Mikey's girlfriend or something now? What's going on? Are we getting a live caller?
Are you calling?
We getting a live caller?
So I can't hear myself.
Were you trying to call someone?
Yeah, we're getting a phone call coming through. This is a setup.
I can't
you
hear
seem
myself.
to know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I don't trust when you do stuff without telling us. So
you seem like you're calm about the fact that you can't hear yourself, and
because you joined the call, that's why.
Someone's going to join us. Hey, look. In the meantime, just to anyone out there who's really stressed out about SuperCoach at the moment, just understand that that's a completely normal feeling. I'm picking my nails like
I can't hear myself.
I can hear.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
putting normal life activities off to sort of deliberate with myself, and it's not easy. Is he yourself from your captaincy point? Or you can't trade that, can you? He's locked in for the year, isn't he?
So sorry for the technical difficulties, guys. I was trying to call Jake because the next question was from Josh Camplin. Is Jake McGivern a sell?
Okay, these guys keep ripping into him each week, Jared and Josh. They'll come good, boys.
SuperCoach Immortals competition. We've got him as captain.
Yeah, which is, you should have gone you. Normally, you go either one of us. I'm glad. Oh, yeah, it's tough.
It's working for me at the moment, though.
I know you got to not think about that. You put it on me last year, and I think you put on some good luck to my shoulders, so it can work either way, mate.
Yeah, right. So where are we?
After Josh Camplin.
So Josh Camplin.
The most painful thing about having you, Jake, at the moment is the fact that you are a captain. I think you double our points, and because you can't play Teddy or even captain Teddy, we're sort of like halving our points and then halving them again. I'm just kidding, bro. I'm so sorry, man.
I'm very interested to see if he's bringing in Teddy this week, but I don't know if he will.
Yeah, I don't know. Hopefully we can find out by the end of the episode.
Yep.
And last question. Jordan Tobin, did choose to get DPP after 3 games?
No. Next year, but
he will next year. So 5'8", but he might play enough this year to not be relevant.
He reverts back to a bench and gets down to a nice price. You never know. Depends. But with Foreign in the side, you say he'll be playing some 5'8".
But it's nice to have like a 5'8" playing. If you've got him in the 5'8" spot and he's playing in the second row, because they're just a little bit more attractive, I think, points wise.
Yeah,